In this video, I'm going to share with you how any entrepreneur can become great at sales, even if you're not that good right now. My name is Eric F. King, and I help entrepreneurs make more sales and generate more income for their business without sounding pushy or salesy. So, how am I going to convince you today that you can become great at sales? Well, let me start with my story. So many years ago, before college, when I was growing up, I didn't like salespeople. Okay, I thought salespeople were pushy. I thought they were salesy. I thought they were sleazy, and I didn't want to have anything to do with them. I certainly didn't want to be a salesperson. I went on to college, and I majored in marketing, and I wanted to, get into advertising or something fun like that. And I was recruited by Xerox. Now, when they recruited me, they told me that I'm going to be working in sales. And I said, wait. I don't want to be a salesman. And they said, well, you just start there and, maybe after a year or two, we'll put you in advertising. I said, okay, sure. I didn't know that's what they told everybody. But anyway, I started. And after 2 months, guess how many sales I made? 0. 0 sales. I was horrible. And I was about to be fired. So I called my dad. He was a realtor at the time. And I told him that, I think I'm just going to quit so they don't fire me. And he told me not to quit. He said, sales is something, it's a skill that you can use in life. You should just stick with it and see if you can learn from them. He said what I should do is I should find a mentor or a coach that sells the way I'm comfortable selling. So I heard of this guy named Brian. He was #1 in the whole region for like 5-6 years. And I also heard that he's a nice guy. So I went up to him and I asked him if I could shadow him for a day just to see, what he says to these prospects. And he said, sure. So I got my notepad and I got my pen, and this was like over 20 years ago, so there are no iPads, right? And I started to follow him. And I found out something that was very odd. He wasn't selling, right? We would get to these businesses, and he was just making friends with people, getting to know people. And then he would find out about their businesses, and then he would find out about the problems they face in their businesses. And then he would recommend a copier that solves their problem. So naturally, they were open to it. And, many of them said, sure. And they ended up buying copiers. And then he would say something like, I'm sure you'd want some toner, have it in storage just in case your toner runs out. And they're like, sure. So he would register them for 6 months worth of toner. And then he would say, well, you probably need paper. And then he would get them to buy 4 months worth of paper. And I'm just looking at this guy in awe. I don't even know what to write down because he's so smooth. Then I remember us going to this big account and this big company, and he talked to the decision makers in this boardroom. And after it was all said and done, he advised them to stick with their Canon copiers. Canon was our major competitor. He said that Canon is, taking good care of you guys. Just stick with them. And if you ever need help, information about copiers, just give me a call. So afterwards, I went up to him and I asked him, I said, why would you not try and sell them copiers? I mean, this is a big account. He said, well, because when you go in to see a prospect, you want to leave them better than they are. So if you can't help them, if they're in a good situation right now, don't change it. Because if you try and sell them something and it doesn't work out, then you're actually hurting them. But if you give them advice, next time when they need a copier, they'll call you. So I said, wow, what a way to look at this. This guy's so compassionate. I went back and I started to learn from him, and I started to become really good. And within 18 months, I was in the top 3% of all sales reps in the region. I was getting awards, I was winning trips, and I just changed my life. And what I started to do was put together my style of selling, and I called it the compassionate closer. It worked so well for me when I started building businesses I used the same system. And I was very, very successful at it. And then I started masterminds with entrepreneurs. And I found out that a lot of entrepreneurs have a passion to help people, like service-based entrepreneurs or people that, sell courses. They have this passion to help people. They have a zone of genius, but they don't know how to sell because, they don't teach us how to sell in school, right? So I started teaching people how to sell and how to close in a compassionate way. And it started to help other people. And because of that, I created coaching programs and I created different courses to help people that want to learn how to close deals without sounding pushy. So if you're an entrepreneur and you want to be able to make more sales, maybe you're not comfortable when you're on sales calls and you feel like you're being pushy or salesy, then go to compassionatecloser.com. You can download my free ebook. You can also actually watch my free masterclass. I think it's 15 minutes, and get a lot of tips on how you can become a compassionate closer and you can help your clients and your customers buy more of your offers. All right, so if you like this video, definitely like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Make it a great day.